Hello everyone, Sidekicks here, and welcome to another episode of SnowRunner. We are still in Black Badger Lake, I believe it's called, in Wisconsin. And although in the top right hand corner, it'll say weightlifting, that is not the mission that we are currently doing, or working on. Actually, if we go up a little bit here, we're transporting these metal beams over to a bridge so we can get that done, and then we will take a look at the diesel locomotive mission. The question is, though, will we manage to do it all in this episode, or will the diesel locomotive mission have to wait for another episode? Either way, I'm back in once again what I would determine as a Russian truck. And it is pretty handy in these conditions out here. We have the, I think it's called the extra heavy flatbed, which can hold 8 pieces of a cargo. And so now we have 4 times metal beams there, because each metal beam takes up 2 cargo slots. But without any further ado, let's switch on into the cab view here and be on our way. See if we can make it out there to where we're supposed to go. Well, I don't think the main issue is not making it out there. I think the main issue is going to be whether we either get stuck, sort of what we're kind of looking at right now. Let's switch on over to low. Yeah, so I think that the challenges will be whether the truck and cargo get stuck, or if I manage to tip the truck. I've done that quite a few times on this map. Now I know there's probably somebody out there that's saying, "Oh, hey, dude, but you tip your truck in all the maps in SnowRunner," and yeah, you kind of do. I mean, that's one of the fun things about this game. Alright, well, definitely more of a challenge getting back than getting over here. Let's take a look at the outside view, see if we're actually making any sort of progress. Not really. That was the wrong button. Okay. Don't really have any good winch points right now, other than to go sideways. If you can just gain a little bit of traction. Okay, that looks like we have just a little bit of traction. Not able to turn the truck though, which of course means that now we're stuck. Well, we are moving forward ever so slightly. Looks like we're getting a bit more traction now. Oh, and we're about to dig in over here. See if we can winch ourselves out of this. But I do like that. I actually like how weight has become such a factor, or it's always been a factor in Mud Runner and SnowRunner, but I do like that you have to take that into account when you're hauling stuff around. It's not just, oh yeah, I'm just gonna grab this and be able to plow straight through mud, or in this case whatever is left of a riverbed. It also means that you have to actually take into consideration what type of mission you're doing, and sort of plan out what your route's going to be. So, well, not only that, but look at the vehicle that you're bringing. If you know you're going to be crossing water, you might want to have something that has a higher clearance Of course, I got stuck on that telephone pole. And if you're unable to find something that has high clearance suspension-wise, you might want to look into something that has some big fat tires that can help you through. Am I still stuck on it? No, actually, I think I'm stuck on that rock over there. Let's see if we can get a little winch assistance here. That wasn't a whole lot. That's my only main gripe with this game is how easily you get stuck on a rock. It's like, yeah, you have these powerful vehicles and they're able to well, I was about to say transverse, but basically go anywhere, uphill, downhill, through mud, through rivers, through lakes. But yeah, as we see right now, so now there's a rock in the way, and I'm unable to go anywhere. I do like that they add an extra challenge, these rocks, but sometimes you kind of look at it and say, well, this one, the one that was blocking our way before was a larger rock, but sometimes even the tiniest of rocks are like, yes, this rock is in front of your wheel. Now you are unable to move anywhere. Where you're like, well, I bet you in real life that a vehicle like this, with the amount of horsepower that it has, traction, wheelbase, all-wheel drive, big-ass wheels, would be able to just ever so gently just ever so gently just basically say, hey rock, yeah, you're in my way, but I'm just gonna go up and over. Switch on over to the cab view again. So speaking of planning out what route to go, or route for those of you who prefer that, there are kind of two options. One is mainly sticking to the main road here. It'll take a little longer to get to where I want to go. The other is going off to the left once we get a little bit further ahead. And I don't know if I'll call it a shortcut. It's basically just, yeah, I think it's right here. So if we go to the left here, we go around this forest area. You know what? No guts, no glory. Let's just try and see. The only real challenge here, which I just thought of, is when we are supposed to exit this area, because it leads up to a bridge, and it's a pretty sharp turn to the left, which I'm not sure that this truck is going to be able to do. Also, I'm starting to think that I might have turned off to the left a bit too early. Well, then this is going to be interesting. I think we're stuck on something here. Oh, well, not something. We're just stuck. Good thing there's a mechanism called the winch. I mean, imagine playing this game and not having the ability to use your winch. I know, right? I mean, you would either have to drive super slow and really careful, or you just get stuck all the time. But it would be kind of fun though, like doing a bunch of missions, like a no winch challenge. Who knows? That might be a thing. If you'd like to see a no winch challenge, just drop a comment below. We'll see what we can do. All right. Well, This is going to take a couple of minutes, so I guess it's montage, well, not montage time. It's let's speed it up the gameplay a little bit and put on some music, and I will be back once we make some progress on this track right here. Okay, we are well, we're back in business, although it's been a slow process here, and this was the turn that I was talking about, which I had some fear that we were unable to make, but actually I think we might just, if I can cut it close to the railing here, I think we might be good. Let's have a look behind. Well, it's, at least it's not going to get stuck on the railing. Knock on wood. There we go, there we go. We're back in business. We're back in business. And I do think there is enough fuel to make it to where we need to drop off these metal beams. So let's switch on over to the cab view. It's interesting though how when you switch between the views, and especially when you switch back into the cab view, that the sound goes up quite a bit. Let's see, you should be able to make it over there. 111 liters of fuel should be plenty. Unless, of course, we get stuck on something. But it's right up here to the left. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Boom, there we go. There we go. Factory bridge is done. Now, for those of you who may or may not, well, most likely are following the series here, you might wonder, well, the last time we watched, you hadn't unlocked, well, you hadn't been so, well, actually, no. Let me just mumble on here. You hadn't unlocked some of the watchtowers and stuff, and I said in that episode that was going to be the next episode, was going to be another episode of unlocking watchtowers. And that was also my intention. I did record it, but unfortunately, I've had to scratch about 5 or 6 recordings due to audio issues. And when I say it's due to audio issues, it's more of a I'm a dumbass. Because I've been testing out some different audio configurations, and I went back to using Shadowplay for recording gameplay, and I was messing around with how to set that up with the Go XLR Mini, and so some of the recordings I did, it had like the audio coming in twice, which made it all echoey and really weird to listen to, and then others I've had that set up incorrectly, so you could either only hear the in-game sound and not the microphone, or the other way around. So now it should be working, and I'm looking forward to doing more recordings with Shadowplay. Not that I have had anything against using OBS as a recording tool. I just find that for recording what I would say is quote-unquote regular gameplay, Shadowplay really does the job well for me. Now luckily, since I had to scratch a lot of my recordings, you guys won't or didn't have the option to see me drive here 3 or 4 times and fail miserably. So I've really hated this part of the map right here because I've flipped numerous trucks so many times. It's not that I've gotten stuck, but I've flipped off to the right, I've flipped off to the left. Let's just switch to the outside view. So right here, it's been, as soon as I've gone a little bit too far left over here, usually bounced off some sort of cliff or rock and just started tumbling down towards the left. And most of the times when I've tried to go to the right, as we're going to try right now, instead of going straight down, I've gone down at an angle. Not an ankle, but an angle. And, and then I kind of just tipped over. But I think, oh yeah, right. This is where you want some clearance on your trucks as well, because when you go down a hill like that, you get stuck. Also, to those of you who might have been following or are following the channel, you might have noticed that there's been a dip in video releases recently, and I'm sorry about that, but there's just there's been a lot going on with work, and well, that's essentially it. Been busy at work and not really had the time and especially the energy to put out new videos. So I'm hoping to get back into a more consistent flow, but I guess that's sort of a thing that any person making videos on YouTube would say. Is like, oh yeah, work's been killing me, I need to go back, I need to put up more videos. But I really do enjoy just, you know, playing a game, putting out some videos and stuff, and well, yeah, I guess that's it. Also want to make sure that this episode does not run too long, comrade. Speaking of videos, one of the things, and I may or may not have mentioned this in my previous SnowRunner video, I've been contemplating sort of having, I don't know if I would call it a spin-off series, but a second series with SnowRunner, which is dedicated to modded vehicles only. I was actually also thinking of, I mean, if we could make it all mods all the way, so modded maps and modded vehicles. So essentially try to have a game without any of the vanilla vehicles. But it's still something that I'm contemplating. Honestly, I haven't been looking into any of the modded maps. I do have a second save game with some modded vehicles, which are really good. So you never know. There might be a series on that. It kind of depends on whether there's a feel for it. I would also like to perhaps even make it into a multiplayer session. So we'll see. Could be 2 new series on the horizon here: a multiplayer series and a modded series, or like I said, a combination of those two. You have a good group of people that I enjoy playing with. We have Melee86. You won't find her on YouTube, unfortunately, but you should go check her out on Twitch. Like I said, it's Melee86 on Twitch. And then there's the infamous Schubert43, and he's just called Schubert here on YouTube, but if you want to go check him out on Twitch, you would have to look or search for Schubert43. He does quite a bit of YouTube videos himself. He has a really, well, to me, it's a game that I don't play, but I enjoy watching his videos on it. Fable. So if you enjoy the Fable series, or just games that are in any way remotely close to Fable, you should definitely go check out his playthrough of Fable. And then, of course, we have Mr. Perez82, who, I was about to say he doesn't put out any content, but that would be a lie, because he actually does put out content, just not gaming content. He does poetry on Instagram and Twitter. Well, actually, his Twitter profile links to the poetry that he posts on Instagram, and some of it is actually really, really good. Some of it is a bit X and R rated, but I mean, go check it out for yourself and see if there's anything there to your liking. And last but not least, I can't say it's our newest member, but it's a guy that I've known for quite some time. He's a really cool guy. He's also started to get into some streaming and some content creation. He's called Crypto, and if you search for him, you would probably have to go by Crypto Official, because, you know, he's gonna make it big time someday, so you gotta have that official tag there, right there, right? All right, I think that's enough of plugging people from my little group, the Bad Brokers Club there. Well, when I say my little group, it's our group. But the funny thing is, though, a lot of us in that little group are also members of OCRP. And again, going back to Schubert, you can definitely go watch some OCRP videos there on his channel. All right, looks like we're kind of close. I really want to cut through the forest and see if I can make it down here to the train. Unfortunately, it looks a little bit too dense. Might have to go the long way around. Okay, I don't know what happened with the camera right there, but that was interesting. And you may or may not have noticed that a lot of trucks these days have that beeping sound when you back up. This truck has that as well, but it sounds like birds chirping, which to me is kind of funny. Alright, let's make our way over there. Guess we just have to follow the train tracks. That should essentially be it. Or are we going to... Yes, we just made it around there. Looks like we can pick up some materials and stuff over here. Probably some wooden beams or some logs. Don't know why they just fell down, but okay. Also, let me know in the comments, because it's one of those things where, you know, when you watch other people play, sometimes you have that, oh dude, why are you always doing first person? Or, oh dude, why are you always doing like third person? And for me, it doesn't matter too much how I play the game. As you may or may not have noticed by now, I kind of switch back and forth between the cab view and then the outside view. But I know from my own experience that when I watch other people play, I kind of like having that third person perspective, so you can see that you yourself, the viewer, can kind of look around a little bit more. Oh damn, we're gonna have to plow down all of these trees right here. Should have brought our chainsaw. Luckily we have this bad boy right here, which, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, is called the Kolov, I believe. Now the interesting thing though is, does it have enough juice to be able to pull a diesel locomotive? I hope that it does. Also, since we're pulling it along the railroad tracks here, I'm kind of thinking that we're not necessarily going to need to do any turns or anything like that. Alright, so from the looks of it, all we need to do is just to hitch onto it. So let's see. Alrighty, let's back it up. Back it up. Attach our winch to... There we go. And off we go. Perhaps. Oh, it is moving. I was about to say, is it even moving? But yes, now... Alright. It's not going to be a speedy delivery, that's for sure, but it is going to be a delivery nonetheless. So I'm kind of thinking at this point, once again, let's cue the music, and we'll get back to you once we get a little bit closer. Alrighty, well, welcome back. Yeah, so apparently the train can go off the tracks. Who knew? Who knew? That is, that's not good. And now it's really, I mean, it's really stuck in there. I know I kind of went off track just a little bit. I just didn't figure that my little truck here was going to be powerful enough to yank the train off the tracks. How close are we even to where we're supposed to go? Oh, man. Okay, well, I guess on the plus side, there's a garage over here, so we can bring the truck up there and start looking at bringing some sort of truck down here that has a big crane on it. Oh, well. Yeah, so I guess for now, that's gonna cut it. I know it's kind of a, well, I'm not gonna say it's a cliffhanger, but you know, it's kind of close. So the next episode is definitely going to be an episode where we see if we can get this train back on the tracks and delivered safely to where it's supposed to go. So, yeah, once again, leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed the episode. If you made it this far, consider subscribing. And for now, this has been Sidekicks. Thank you very much for watching.